How you doing? Eric here from Chaparral Motorsports with a video on how you can quickly and easily add a splash of chrome to your Harley-Davidson bagger. So what I have here is a host of Kuryakyn parts. Now the nice thing about Kuryakyn is that they've been in the Harley business for many years, so they have a ton of parts and accessories to fit everything from a Sportster to the latest bagger. Now for our 2012 Street Glide, what I've collected here is an assortment of products that are going to dress up the front end. So over here we have the chrome stereo accent panel, and what this will do is it'll fit straight over your existing inner fairing. It's got a tinted window so you can still see your stereo, and it'll flip open so you can access it if you need to. Next we have the switch panel accent, and this is a nice piece because it'll fit right over your existing panel. It'll stick right in place. It's made out of metal and then shiny chrome, and it's just a simple piece that'll go on really easily. Over here we have the fuel door accessory mount. It replaces your existing fuel door, and what this will allow you to do is securely mount your GPS or your cell phone right straight to your fuel door so you can easily see it, manipulate it if you need to. Next we have the Handlebar Dress-Up Kit. This comes with a chrome clutch perch, a chrome master cylinder cover, and replacement chrome clamps. The nice thing about this master cylinder cover is it simply goes right over the top of your master cylinder, so it makes it quick and easy to dress it up without having to drain your fluid or mess around with anything like that. Over here we have some themed components from Kuryakyn's zombie line. Now Kuryakyn has a couple of different themes. They have helicopter gunship, fighter, flames, and a lot more. So if you're not into zombies, there's some others to choose from. So we have the zombie speaker grill covers. These are nice because they'll fit right over your existing speaker pods on your inner fairing. They just simply stick right in place. Then for the front of the fairing, we have the zombie windshield trim, and this will bolt right over your existing fairing. It comes with these pointy chrome bolts, kind of give it more of an evil look, and it just simply bolts right in place. And finally, we have the chrome axle nut covers. These are a nice piece because they'll fit straight over your axle, flush up against your fork legs, so they'll help hide the axle. As you can see, they're cut out, so one side will fit over the axle nut, and then the other side will fit over the round end of the axle. Very nice pieces, kind of dress up the lower end of your fork legs, like I said. So we're going to head down to our shop. I'm going to show you how to install this stuff. Like I said, it's very easy, so it'll take less than 10 minutes. All right, so now we're down in our garage. This is our 2012 Street Glide. As you can see, it's pretty much bone stock, so adding these Kuryakyn components should really dress it up quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and start with the fuel door accessory mount. We're going to install that first. The first thing that we need to do is remove the lock mechanism, so we'll go ahead and open the fuel door. And then we're just going to move that nut right there. Next, we're going to remove the gas cap, so it'll be out of the way. And we'll stick a rag in there to protect anything from falling in the tank. And then we can go ahead and remove the door. To remove the fuel door, it's just these two screws, so we'll go ahead and unscrew them. Get one side loose, and then get the other side loose. Now we're going to secure the accessory mount fuel door to the stock bracket using the supplied screws. You want to make sure that these squared off tabs fit on the underside, outside underside of these recessed pinholes. So we'll go ahead and line it up, get in place like that, and we'll get one screw started. Okay, once we have both screws threaded in, we can go ahead and tighten them down. So with the door secured in place, we can go ahead and remove the rag, reinstall the gas cap, and we'll put the door down, loosen the mount, get it out of the way. We'll go ahead and secure it with this thumb screw here, and then we can reinstall the lock mechanism. And that's it as for the installation of the fuel door accessory mount. As I said before, you can just adjust where you want it with this thumb screw here set in place so you can easily see and manipulate your device, your GPS or your phone. And once again, you can either use a RAM mount or one of Kuryakyn's mounts, device mounts that will attach to this to hold your phone in place. Moving on to the handlebar control dress-up kit, we're going to start on the master cylinder. We're going to need to remove these 2 stock screws holding the cover in place. Obviously, you want to make sure that your handlebars are turned to the left so that the master cylinder is level, so fluid doesn't spill all over the place. Go ahead and keep the rubber boot in place as well so you don't get anything in the reservoir. And you need to remove the stock screws from the cover. The cover in place, make sure it's tight over the master cylinder. Wipe up any fluid that may have leaked out. Then you use the mounting bracket that comes from Kuryakyn. You want the longer side pointing down over on the front right hand side of the master cylinder cover and just slip in place right over the top of the cover. When you use the 2 fasteners that came with the kit, you've got a shorter one and a longer one. The shorter one's going to go over here in the front left side, and the longer one will go over here in the back corner. And then place the chrome cover over the top. And again, using the supplied Allen head screws, we'll secure it to the bracket. Now we're going to swap out this stock black brake mount bracket with this chrome one. So we'll go ahead and loosen it. Get the bracket out of the way and then mount the chrome one. Comes with socket head caps. So we'll go ahead and use those to secure it in position. Get the top one started so it'll hold in place, and then we'll get the bottom one started. Make sure everything lines up. And once you got it kind of tight, I'm going to tighten it down evenly, the top and bottom. There we go. Now we'll turn the handlebars all the way to the right so we can work on the clutch side. We're going to swap out the stock black clutch perch with this chrome perch. So we need to go down and loosen the clutch cable so we can unhook it from the perch. So we're going to use a crescent wrench and a 9/16. We're going to break the lock nut loose, back it off a little bit, and then put some slack into the clutch cable so that we can unhook it from the clutch perch. Next, we need to remove the retaining ring on the underside of the clutch pivot pin. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then with the circlip removed, you can lift the pin out, take it out of the perch. And then you can pull the lever and the cable out from the perch. You can just let the cable and the clutch lever hang there and then remove the 2 bolts holding the clutch perch in place. 2 bolts remove the rear and the front clutch perch. Next, we'll set the chrome perch in position, get it lined up with the switch housing, get the back of the perch on, and we'll use the fasteners to secure the 2 together. Okay, similar to the other side, go ahead, once you get them close, tighten both sides up evenly so you got an even gap on the top and the bottom. With the clutch perch installed, you can go ahead and reinstall the clutch lever and the line into the perch. Just go ahead and push it in, it'll snap into position, and then just get it kind of lined up with the hole. Then we install the supplied pivot pin. Followed by the snap ring underneath. Then you can finish up the install by readjusting your clutch as per your owner's manual. Next, we'll install the zombie speaker grill inserts. These are very easy to install. They just have an adhesive backing that sticks to the fabric on the speaker. Now, Kuryakyn recommends to rub your fingernail against the backing here of the adhesive because it'll help activate the adhesive, and then you can go ahead and peel off the backing. Once you get all the backing peeled off, go ahead and set it in the speaker's pod, line it up, get it centered as best you can, and once you're satisfied with the location, just go ahead and press it into position and run your finger around the outer edge. Make sure it all gets tight up against the speaker grill. Just like that. And then just repeat the process on the other side. So now we'll install the switch cover accent piece. It's the same situation, it's got sticky adhesive, so just go ahead and run your fingernail across the back, activate the adhesive, and then you can peel the backing off, and then just line it up over the switches. Get it where you want, and make sure it's even all around, and press it in place. Once again, with the stereo accent cover, it's got the adhesive backing, so we'll just go ahead and activate it, and we'll peel it off and press it in place over the stereo. When installing the chrome stereo accent piece, you want to just keep in mind this rubber grommet here. It can get caught up, so you make sure it gets to the side of the accent piece when you install it and it's not pressing behind it. Now, working at the front of the fairing, we're going to install the zombie windshield trim. To do that, we're going to remove the 3 windshield bolts. Start at the center, get the outsides. The center of the trim piece has this little skull here, which we can pop out with a small flat blade screwdriver. Just go underneath it and remove it, and that way you can get to the center hole. Then we'll use the supplied bolt and get it started. Get it kind of loose like that. Kuryakyn supplies these spiked bolts. You can choose between either long or short. So whichever you use, you're going to use those to secure the outsides. We're going to use the short ones. Just make sure you use the supplied washer as well. Put it over the bolt and then line it up on the fairing. Keep everything kind of loose for now. We'll come back and tighten everything at the end. Then once everything's in position, you like how it's all aligned, you go ahead and tighten it all down. Then the final piece is putting the zombie head back in. Make sure it's straight, lined up, and just push it back into position. The last thing we're going to do is install the axle nut covers. Like I said, these are side specific, so you have the round for the right side and the hex for the left side to go over the axle nut. They come with a set screw that's already got Loctite on it. So you just go ahead and get the set screw started, and then we'll set it over the axle and tighten it down. Now obviously when you install the axle nut cover, you want to hide the set screw, so go ahead and turn it down towards the ground. Slide over the axle, make sure it's flush up against the lower fork leg, and then tighten it into position. All right, so there you have it. In just a few minutes, we're able to add a nice splash of chrome with these Kuryakyn components to our Street Glide. It adds a nice complement to the all black that we had going on, kind of dresses it up quite a bit, and once again, it was very easy to install basic hand tools or just sticking stuff right over the top. Now remember, at Chaparral Motorsports, we have a ton of parts and accessories for your Harley-Davidson. You can check it out all online at chapmoto.com. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your ride.